Welcome to this video on writing linear equations given 2 points. So this is building off of the point-slope formula that we previously learned. And when you use the point-slope formula, you take a point and a slope and you plug it into the formula. In this case, I don't give you the slope. You're going to have to calculate the slope yourself. So you're going to have to use the slope formula, which remember m represents slope. y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1 will give you the slope. Once you have this number, you're going to pick one of the 2 points and use the slope and plug it into your point-slope formula, which is y minus y1 equals the slope times x minus x1. And the y1 and the x1 are what you're plugging in. So when you go to plug in, you're going to plug in right here, you're going to plug the slope in right here, and you're going to plug the x point of a point in right here. So let's try this and see how it goes. So I have 2 points. I'm going to use my slope formula. If it helps, we can label these x1, y1, x2, y2, and I'm going to plug them into my slope formula. y2 is -1 minus y1, which is 7, divided by x2 minus x1, which is -3. We have to be real careful with those negatives because our formula says we're subtracting. So we're really subtracting a negative number there. So -1 minus 7 is -8, divided by -1 minus a -3 is really -1 plus 3, which is 4, and we can simplify that down to -2. So now we have a slope, and we want to use our slope point formula. So you can pick either one of these points that you want. It doesn't matter. You're going to get the same answer no matter what. I usually pick the point with the smaller numbers in it. So I'm going to choose this point this time that I'm going to plug into my point-slope formula. So it says y minus, well, y that I'm going to use is a -1, so it's really y plus 1 because it's a minus a -1 there, equals my slope, what is -2, times x minus the x value in that same point is 1. Right? Once everything's plugged in, you can start simplifying. So we've got y plus 1. And -2 needs to distribute through, so we get -2x plus 2. And then to start simplifying, I want y all by itself because I want this to be in y equals mx plus b form, so that y has to be alone. I'm going to subtract 1 from both sides, cancels to 0, so I get y equals -2x, and 2 minus 1 is a positive 1. Okay, so let's try this again. A little bit of practice helps. So your end goal will be using this point-slope formula. Because you don't have the slope, you have to calculate the slope yourself using the slope formula. So we're going to use these 2 points because they're saying these 2 points are on the line. So I say -4 minus -7. Remember, that's going to become plus right there. And then we have 3 minus -6. So that's going to become a plus right there. So -4 plus 7 is 3. 3 plus 6 is 9. This will simplify down to 1/3. So my slope is 1/3. Now I have a slope. I have 2 points. It doesn't matter which point you pick. I'm going to use this one. I'm just going to highlight it to help me remember. Because I'm going to use this point, I don't even want to think about that other point anymore. Okay, now let's plug everything in. Following the formula, it's y minus, the y value there here is negative, so it's going to be minus a -4, which makes that go positive, equals our slope times x minus, the x value there is a positive 3, so that will stay negative. Now we start simplifying and distributing. 1 plus 4, and you're going to distribute through 1/3 times x is 1/3 x. Now, 1/3 times negative 3, so 1/3 times negative 3 over 1, and I end up with negative 3 over 3, which is negative 1. But we're not done because we want it to be in that slope-intercept form, so we've got to move the 4 over. So minus 4 from both sides, and I end up with y equals 1/3 x plus, minus 5. Okay, now what I want you to do is pause the video and go ahead and try number 5 all on your own, and then come back to see how you did. All right, let's see how you did. So when I calculated my slope, I got negative 15 over 18, which reduced down to negative 5 over 6. I chose the point 6, negative 1 and plugged in, so it's y minus negative 1, so it became y plus 1. Plugged in my slope, and then the 6 from the point, distributed through, and my final answer was y equals negative 5 over 6x plus 4. I hope that helped. Let me know if you have any questions.